Motion carries. Next item up is appearances by local citizens and visitors. And Barry is asked to be on the agenda for payables and water billing update. So we'll get to that in just a minute. Is there anyone else that would like to speak under the section of appearances by citizens and visitors? Nope, hearing any? We'll move on to that. All right. Barry, we'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Hello. I'm getting an echo. What's going on? Hang on. I can't feel it. Okay. On the last meeting, I quoted a law, and I was talking about in reference to Rick Goslin, because at one point he said that he felt that though the courts did not take the open meeting laws seriously. And, you know, I have a law that I quoted, and I didn't have the exact word, the exact language of the law or the number of the law correct. And I want to do that because I want everyone to realize that these open meeting laws are taken very seriously, especially by state officials and the courts. And the law says, number 3, VSA 314AC, and it is called penalty and enforcement. I called it punishment last time because I was reading off the top of my head, by memory. So it reads, except as to cases the court considers of greater importance, proceedings before the Civil Division of the Superior Court as authorized by this section and appeals therefrom take precedence on the docket over all cases and shall be assigned for hearing and trial or for argument at the earliest practicable date and expedited in every way. So they put open meeting law trials out front because everyone in state government and the federal government take it seriously because they consider what is going on in this country with small towns and everything is a threat to democracy. Okay? So they put it right out front, and it is a trial. Could have a jury or maybe a summary judgment by a judge, but it's taken very seriously. Steve and the other 2 selectmen do not take it serious at all. As a matter of fact, I have another thing I'd like to bring up. As far as taking it seriously, just recently I had a complaint against the town, and it involved Bob Best, and who threatened me about a year ago. He threatened to break my camera at a meeting in front of everybody. I know the select board would like to deny this, and they might just do that. But my wife is right here, who was a witness, and she would absolutely confirm what she saw. Okay, so now the question is here. Steve and the other 2, they said, I said, the reason, my question, let me get this straight here. What my complaint was about is I asked Steve why he did not bring the meeting to order after Bob Best did that threat, and after 6 or 8 months of every single meeting, Bob Best would laugh at me and wave his arms up in the air and make faces while I was speaking. So I was being humiliated by him, and Steve did nothing. So the thing is, all 3 members of the select board voted there was no wrongdoing. So in other words, I guess it's okay for people to humiliate and upset the meeting, and Steve's not going to he's not going to bring the meeting to order when that happens, especially when he approves of it. And he did approve of it. And at other times, he had asked Bob Best, do you have anything to say to Barry, encouraging him? This is all on tape. I've got tapes of everything. So the thing is, so I asked the select board, all 3 of you, do you have a reasonable basis in fact and law for its position of no wrongdoing on that complaint? Do you have one, Steve? You brought the motion that there was no wrongdoing. So do you have a basis in fact and law for your position on no wrongdoing?
I would like to bring back you, Barry. You had asked to be on the agenda for payables and water billing update.
That's right. And I have to speak about this. You cannot tell me what I can speak about. This is a matter of the town business. If you don't let me speak, I'll file a complaint. I have those on my agenda. But this is I want to talk about this as well. You laughing? You got something funny here, Julie?
Yes, it is.
If we can't all respect, then I'm going to mute everybody and then unmute just the person that is speaking. So please refrain from having Barry attack you. Thank you.
Me attack him? He was, once again, the humiliation. That's what the conversation is about. He's laughing at me. He's laughing at me. Okay, I want you to answer that question, Steve. Do you have a reasonable basis in fact in law for your position on no wrongdoing? Does any of the select board? Because I'll tell you what, if this ever went to court, you would have to answer that. But anyway, I want to know right now. Answer me, please.
I can't.
What?
What you're referring to, I'd have to go watch the video and see if what you had alleged happened really did happen.
Oh, is that right, huh? Well, you mean you don't remember the meetings that went on for 1 year of Bob Best laughing at me while I was speaking? You don't remember that? No. Every meeting. You don't remember when Rick Gosselin said, what is he laughing at? You don't remember that? Okay, that's okay. You don't answer questions. You don't want to answer that question. I file a complaint on VSA 311. You ought to be accountable at all times. So that's one complaint. Okay, now, let's see. Yeah. That's I have to file. If the only way I can get answers from you is to file complaints, I will. And by the way, I'd like to address another thing. Both you and Jerry have suggested we go to a trial and just get it over with and done. Well, the thing is, a trial now. Have you ever been to a trial? Have you ever been involved in a trial, Steve or Jerry? No one wants to answer me. Okay, let me explain something to you about a trial. As I've explained before, I've done two of them, and they are an enormous amount of work. And if we do go to trial, Steve and Jerry, I don't hire a lawyer. I never could afford a lawyer, so I always went pro se. Pro se means legal term that I defend myself. When I defend myself, I have all the powers that a lawyer has at the trial. So the thing is, I would be putting you on the stand and questioning you. It would be me questioning you. And it's not like you would sit down at the trial and your lawyer would say everything. There'd be cross-examination, the whole 9 yards. Not only that, there would be discovery. Discovery now would be that both parties, plaintiff and defendant, would have to share all the information they're going to cross-examine with. I have 50 videos. So, I mean, my discovery would be pretty substantial, and your lawyer would have to watch every single video, and it would be hours just for that. And it goes on. It takes months to do a trial. It is tedious, it is stressful, and if you think you're just going to sit there and have maybe you could get away with that in a small claims court, but this is Superior Court trial. I've done two of them. I've won them both. I don't know how. I think possibly because I get serious about gathering evidence because I don't know enough about the law to be a lawyer. And another reason I've won both, the lawyers don't take it seriously when you're defending yourself, and they think it's going to be a piece of cake, so they don't work hard. Also, you want to go to court, I'd like to remind you, we do have a court date pending because the select board decided they don't want to fix a broken culvert that is definitely the town's culvert that goes through 3 properties. You're not going to fix it because Jerry said it's on private property. So I might ask Jerry, do you have a reasonable basis in fact for your position that you don't have to fix it because it's on private property? Because I found just the exact opposite. And I have exact statutes that say you are responsible to fix a town culvert, especially when it goes to 3 or 4 people's yards. They all have flooded cellars, and you're not going to fix it. That's all right. We're going to be arguing that one at small claims court. And I will get that fixed, no matter what I got to do. My wife wants it done. We'll go to Superior to get it done there, and you'll go through a long trial instead of just fixing it. Very good. So let's see. Do I have anything else? I think I'm almost pretty done. I never got that question answered, Steve. I need you can go back and look through the video, but I'm gonna have to file a complaint. You're not gonna answer my questions by law. Okay. What is that law? Let me see where it is here. BSA 311. Where is it? Anyway, it'll be on the complaint. In a perfect world, we would work together to make a better town, but that doesn't happen here. Doesn't happen here at all. There's no cooperation. People are told to shut up. Yeah, and I think the biggest problem is Steve Barrett uses threats, intimidation, non-compliance of the laws, and I can contest to all of those above that have happened to me, and I got videos of all of it. So anyway, proceed. I'm done.
Okay. Thank you very much. And we'll move on to the 2021 insurance renewals. And Jack, welcome for coming. Welcome.
Oh, boy, you really give me something to follow on that one.
Real funny, insurance man, huh? You're funny too.
I've got common sense. Some people don't. Anyway.
Good for you. I have a comment for you. Would you like to hear it?
I could mute you. Anyway.
Go ahead. I'm not going to give you the comment. I won't lower myself to your level of humiliation.
You wish you were at my level.
I'm way beyond your level, Jack. Way beyond. You don't know me at all.
Am I on now?
Yes, I just muted everybody and I put you on, John.
Thank you. I don't need to listen to that idiot. Anyway, actually this year is going to be, it's pretty simple. We got a $13 a month increase, which is a lot lower than it has been in the years past. Plans hasn't changed much. The only big change is the out of pocket is going up by $50 to $1,400. Other than that, everything else is pretty the same. Did you guys get the sheets that I sent down to you?
We did.
You did? Okay, perfect. Yeah, and I was doing some calculations before the meeting, and we are still $141 lower than Blue Cross with the same plan. So we're still the best. That is the best plan available, as you know, the Platinum plan. And it's still the least expensive as far as Platinum goes. You could look at other plans, but then the out-of-pocket jumps it in the $4,000 or $5,000 price range for the employees. So, I mean, my advice would be to just stay status quo. You can split that increase with the employees if you want, but it's, like I said, it's only $13 a month more. So it's not like some of the other plans have gone up $20 to $30.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Do you guys have any questions for Jack? on that?
No, the family plan's a little bit more, the 41 more.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I will in just a minute. We get done with Jack.
Yeah, because I'm going to meet with your new employee tomorrow and get him signed up. So we'll be back to 3 employees on the plan again after tomorrow.
Okay.
He didn't want that. $1, but it's Denise.
And I'm also, I don't know if Denise told you, but your other benefit that you have, I'm going down and they'll see if I can save you some money there as well. That's because you do have a small life insurance policy and stuff for your employees. And I went out to quote for those today, well, actually last night. I should have something by the first of the week to report to you guys.
Okay. You want to come back to us again in January? Or?
Yes, I do. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. We'll make
Yeah,
sure.
if I can save you money, I'll let Denise know, and then I'll come back to you then.
Okay.
If you're getting a better price where you're at now, then there's no need for me to come back. But if I can save you money, I will definitely come back. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna unmute everybody, Jack. And anybody else who's got a question for you, would you please answer it?
I certainly can. Yes.
Thank you. Steve, can you unmute? There we go.
Yep.
Okay. Deanne, I didn't get her yet. So. If anybody's got a question for Jack, we can ask it here. And Ernest, it's *6 if you want to unmute.
Just can't get his.
Okay, you're unmuted. Very good. Anybody got a question for Jack? Okay. Well, we'll see you in January if you got some savings for us.
Are you gonna make a motion? Is anybody gonna make a motion to, go with MVP?
I'll make a motion to.
Insurance policies.
MVP Platinum 1.
The employees, I guess.
Motion's been made to go with the 2021 MVP Vermont Platinum 1 that was presented to us. And I will second that motion. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor of going with the MVP Vermont Platinum 1 signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no.
No,
The ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
We've gotta talk about, the VLCT, renewal for all the other insurance. Last year, our quote from VLCT was 39,802. This year it's 37,016. So
What was it last year?
39,802.
It went down.
Yes, it did.
All right. So you need a motion for the town's insurance?
Yes.
I'll make the motion. Yeah, I'll second that.
Jerry made a motion for VLCT at 37,016, and it was seconded by Rick. All those, or any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Ayes have it. Motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else under insurance renewals? I think Jack just left us. All right. Moving on, we got our fire chief, Jason Willis of the Newport Town Fire Department.
Hello.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good. So just to give you a little update, the last couple months have been an interesting couple months. We've gained 7 members with 4 members having extensive years of firefighting. So I'm pretty happy about the way we're going right now. A lot of change for the better. A lot of learning on my part of different things that need to happen that haven't been happening. So with that being said, our tankers paid off this year. We received the last payment. So if Denise gave you the papers that I gave her the other day, we can go through them, and I can explain some things to you, what we're looking for in this next year. The first paper is just the town letter that I wrote up, explain what we're asking for, why we're asking for. You guys can read that on your time. I might change it up a little bit as time progressed before the final draft. So the second paper is what we're going to be requesting for this year. $32,000 for the general budget, which we got last year. That budget pretty much runs the whole fire department for the year. Not much left over for anything we may need. So we're going to keep that the same. When we paid off the tanker, we actually have money left over. With the exchange rate and with some negotiating with the manufacturer, we're able to get it cheaper than what we asked for. So that means right now we have $9,442.86. That's going to change a little bit, go down a little bit, because we did order a slide out tray for our portable pump for the tanker. That was supposed to be in the tanker, but it was not put into relayed to the manufacturer when they built our truck. So that bill will be coming in within the next week. So we're going to be asking for the remainder of that money. So it should be a little under 9,000. I would say probably about 8,600 to be used for bunker gear. That's jackets and pants. Right now we need 8 sets at the cost about 14,000. So with that 8,000, we can get at least 4 to 5 sets that we need to exchange every 10 years. It's a mandate by NFPA every 10 years to get new sets of gear, and we are actually a year or two behind on that schedule. So we're going to ask for that remainder of the tanker fund to buy those sets of gear. Any questions so far?
No.
So with that being said, I'm trying to be proactive instead of reactive, which I've been on the department for 6 years here, 18 years on another department. It always seems here that we're always reactive, and it's usually late. I'd rather be proactive, looking down the road of things that we're gonna need. And I've been approached by some people in the town that said, hey, you're getting $60,000 for the last 3 years. Why don't you ask for that $60,000 every year to go into an equipment fund? And thinking about it, I'm like, that's a lot of money to ask for just to sit somewhere. But we discussed it as a department. We think it's time to start putting money into an equipment fund. So we're going to ask for $30,000 a year, every year, to start an equipment fund. That can be used for sets of gear, for air packs that are going to outdate, for trucks that are going to outdate. We have a 40-year-old mini pumper right now that we just put $2,500 into this past year. It's getting towards the end of its life. I'm hoping to get a couple years out of it still. But we're kind of, I'd rather, like I said, be proactive and look down the road instead of what we needed yesterday or what we need this coming year. A lot of times I've noticed that we should have been asking for something the year before that it's outdated, because we get our money, it's voted on in March, we get our money in November. So that's another year that's gone out. If we had that money sitting there, you know, like I said, trucks, protective equipment, grants is a huge thing. You guys know how grants work. A lot of times you have to put a percentage in. Our regular budget of $32,000, we can't get a grant and take, you know, $5,000 from that to pay towards that grant if there's a percentage we have to pay. If we had that money sitting in the savings account, we could I don't mind going for grants and hopefully saving
Unmuted.
the town money by getting these grants, but usually you apply for a grant and then you get awarded the grant after town meeting. Well, we can't ask for that money until the following year, and usually you lose the grant by then. So that's kind of what we're asking for this year, is the 32,000 general budget and the remaining tanker money. And like I told Denise the other day, I'll have that exact amount probably next week, and then the 30,000 a year to be put into a equipment replace and repair fund type of deal. So any questions on that?
Yeah,
Any
he's
comments?
gonna say something. I'm guaranteed it's about me.
Well, my only comment was when I read it, it's a 112% increase in the budget.
Yep.
And-
Absolutely.
It needs to go before the voters, obviously, you know that.
Yep.
And I don't know this year how town meeting is going to be addressed yet. It's
Yeah, exactly.
something that's up in the works. So
Yeah.
how do we get that message across to voters for discussion, you know?
Right. I know. That's going to be the tough part.
Right.
My letter hopefully covered it. Taxes won't be raised with that 30,000 because the 60,000 it's going away. We're not getting that anymore. The taxes are already raised up for that. It's everything is expensive. Everything goes up. Everything needs to be replaced. That I remember when I first started here, I think our budget was 27.5, and it's hard. It's hard. This year we had $140 left in our checking account when I got the check from Denise. So it's hard. We do it, but it's very hard, and it's hard to replace. I'm hoping not to come to the town, every 10 years and say, hey, we need, $80,000 a year, when I can buy, 2 sets of gear every year, instead of having that big chunk taken out and taxes raised and, all that stuff. We think it's a good idea. I know it's a lot of money. Like I said, I had people approach me and say, hey, ask for the 60,000. I kind of feel that's kind of hoggish, to the town. We discussed it as a department. We felt 30,000 was reasonable because it's not going to raise the tax base up. It's already there.
Good. Any questions for Jason? No, we got nothing more. Does anybody here on Zoom have any questions for Jason? Barry, you all set with that?
If I can unmute myself, there we go. Yeah, what kind of equipment? I mean, I was curious. What is the need of the fire department that you would be investing in?
Investing in the protection of our guys. Every 10 years, we're supposed to replace our jackets, our pants, our helmets, and our boots. So that's you got 20 guys on the department. That's a big chunk of change every 10 years. My thinking is, I think we're better off to replace sets every two sets every year to save on that big cost. I mean, we have a 40-year-old mini pumper that's going to have to be replaced. We're hoping with this savings account that we can take some of that money to maybe buy a truck right straight out, or to lessen the blow on the townspeople when we come and ask for a truck. That truck, that mini pumper, it's a 4x4 mini pumper. And if you go down Lake Road right now and in the wintertime and see all these roads that we can't get our trucks on, either they're not plowed or they're not plowed well, they're steep, anything like that. We used this truck up behind Kingdom Brewery for the piece of logging equipment that had burnt, and there was no other way we could get to it. So that's a major truck for us to have in the community. So it's things like that. Air packs or SCBAs that we use to go into burning buildings, those outdate. We probably have, I would say, 6 to 8 years left on what we have now. But then again, you know, coming to the town every 3 years and asking for a lot of money, you know, I don't feel it makes us look good. Like, you know, you guys are spending all this money, but if I can use that 30,000 and say, hey, I get 2 sets of gear, I can buy, you know, 2 new air packs to replace some of our older stuff, then I think it's a win-win for everybody. You know, are we going to have a savings account that might have $90,000 sitting there? Absolutely. But say we go buy a truck and it's $100,000. Well, we can take that 90, put it towards that truck, and ask the town for the remainder of 10,000 instead of the whole amount.
And you need a truck too, as well?
Not right now. We don't need a truck, but within another couple of years, we're going to need another truck to replace a 40-year-old truck. I don't know many people that have a 40-year-old truck that they really rely on, especially with life-saving issues. You know, we have to be able to pump water. We have to get it to where we need to get it. So it's just one of those things. Everything needs to be replaced. Like I said, I'm looking forward. I'm trying to be proactive in what we're doing, not reactive and say, oh no, you know, lose the 60,000 and then 2 years down the road say, well, we need another 120,000 for a truck. You know, let's try to build up so the big expenditures, the town's not getting such a blow.
Can I ask you a question, Jason? Has your department looked into consolidation?
We have not. I'm going to be honest with you, the way things are.
The only reason I ask is that the ambulance service consolidated, the police department consolidated, and 10 small towns continue on this path.
Yep.
Well, that was the.
Yep. Honestly, the way it looks, if you consolidate it, there's some issues going on to the west of us right now where things are going to get interesting over there. I can't really elaborate on much, but it's pretty scary for us, for mutual aid, I'd have to say. You know, we call in mutual aid when we need, you know, tankers, more manpower. Tankers and water supply is key for us in the town. I mean, we don't have a lot of places where we can get water from. So yeah, consolidation, I mean, down the road, that, you know, that could happen. You know, it absolutely might happen. But right now, I don't see that, but you can never rule that out in the future. I know with the ambulance services, you know, with my job, there was a lot of the selectmen didn't have faith in the departments that they had, so they didn't support them. That's some of the reason, and then the financial burden really got to those, you know, the ambulance services like Derby Line and stuff like that. We don't have that overhead like they do. So, but you can never count it out.
Okay.
So that's what we're asking for. I mean, if anybody has any questions, I'm more than willing to sit down, talk. Actually, I would love for you guys to come down here to look at our equipment, see what we have. This past spring, late winter, Newport Ambulance donated an old ambulance to us for a rescue. We converted that. We put boxes in the back for everybody's gear. You know, during the day, we have a lot of guys that work outside of town. This way, they don't have to come to the station to get their gear. If that truck goes to the scene, you know, their gear is right there waiting for them. You know, that was donated. It cost us, I think, $600 for lettering. You know, so personally, I'm trying to save money and to do things the way I think this should be done. In the next couple pages, you see the tanker breakdown of what we received from the town, what we paid for the truck, and what's left. Like I said, I'm going to revise that as soon as that bill comes in. And I'll have that all ready for the town report. So the next couple pieces of paper are quotes we've been accused of before of not doing our homework and not reaching out and getting prices from everybody. Last winter, I actually reached out to 4 different manufacturers, 4 different salesmen of different gear, jackets and pants, and had them come, and we looked at all their stuff. The first page is HSE, and they sell Viridian. It's a newer company. A lot of departments are going with this. This is actually the gear that we went with. In the first line, it says the Pioneer turnout was $1,811. That's the gear we went with, and that's a jacket and pants. So we're not even replacing the helmets or the boots. That's just the price on a jacket and pants. So that's the one we went with. And then the next couple pages are from other vendors and different products. So I just wanted to show that we're actually, showing that we're actually looking at different options and not going with the most expensive thing, but not going with the cheaper stuff. I don't want to skimp on my guys' safety at all, but conscious of money and how much things cost, we didn't go with the most expensive stuff either. So I just wanted to show you guys a couple quotes that I got. So then the last page, I did this recently, a couple months ago. I really didn't know how much new air packs cost. Usually most departments they tend not to get brand new because they can't afford it. So I was just curious about how much it would cost. So the highlighted 3 prices there, that's for 1 air pack with 2 bottles. So it's 1 pack is almost $8,000. If we came to the town and asked for 10 air packs, that's $80,000 that we're going to have to ask for. With the $30,000, I'd be able to buy, a pack 1 year, maybe 2 packs the next year, depending on what we need. We can't do that in our regular budget. Like I said, our regular budget of $32,000 just basically runs the department. That's fuel for the trucks. It's fuel for the station, the heating fuel, maintaining the trucks, everything like that. It all adds up, and it costs a lot of money to run it. And the $32,000, most of the time, it's pretty tight.
All right. We need to move on. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, no problem. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know anytime. Individually, if you want to come down here and check out the stuff we have, I'd be more than welcome to show you guys around, show you what we have.
And if sometime you want to stop by and see how we expense out our equipment here,
yep.
I'd be more than glad to go over that with you.
Yeah. Me and Denise talked about it a little bit, but yeah, absolutely. Anything that we can do, to work together and figure it out, and I think it would be good. So, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. Moving on in the agenda. The next item up is water sewer solar panel report. We have Bobby LeMay on there. I don't see him coming to the meeting. He's not here. Mike is in with Denise. Did we hear anything more on him, Mike?
I haven't heard anything, no.
Okay.
Can I make a comment?
Okay. Just a minute. Denise is on the phone, but she's got something on Bobby LeMay. And then, so we'll let her come back. And she
Might get anything on the water or sewer.
Yeah, Mike, you got anything on water and sewer?
Usage is right where we normal. Pretty good. I had the filters washed. The fire department, Jason came and washed them for me the second week in November. So they're, Jason, we've been paying Ray Ostiggy or, New England Waterworks or whatever they call themselves, to wash our filters in the past few months. And Jason would like to discuss maybe trading off the fire department washing the filters for a break on their water bill or sewer bill, or I don't know if maybe they could bill us. I don't know how all that would work, but it was something he did mention to offset. Seeing how if they don't do it for us, we have to pay somebody else.
Okay, Jason's left us, so.
That would be a discussion that I think we should have with Mike
Yeah.
at some time.
Yep. Jerry said that you should have a discussion with you, Mike.
Yeah.
And then you can take it from there with working with Jason.
Yep.
And we're all in agreement on that. So if you can work something out with Jason, I think, we would support that.
Okay.
All right. Denise, what do you got for,
That was Jason Booth that was on the phone. They are not here tonight because they had really nothing ready for us. They are putting together some sample rate structures.
Okay.
They are not there yet, but they are working on it. They have they've been asking Mike and I for information. They've got all of the information that they need from us. And they said at the January meeting, they will have something to present to you guys.
Oh, great. That'll be good. And we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to Mike, anything else with the water and sewer?
Nothing off the top of my head. I think it's been pretty well.
Solar panel working all right? Jerry looks at his back window and lets us know if there's something going on. So we'll move into the if there's nothing for Mike on water, sewer, and solar. No, okay. We'll move on to the road commissioner's report, Mike. We'll turn it over to you for discussion.
They're new roadside mowers that I did agree to buy, because I looked into the warranty and there's a year's warranty on the mower itself. And the tractor, I believe it was 2 years of warranty, maybe more than that. But I did sign the order to purchase it. It should be ready real soon. They were assembling it this week, so we might have it as soon as next week. The old mower, I've had 2 people express interest in it. Of course, everybody wants it for nothing. You just wanted me to collect bids from them.
I think that's what we gotta do.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we can deny them if they're not.
Yeah. What they're discussing here is that you usually put it out and for, to bid. Not bid, but whatever. And then we can reject or accept any and all.
That was in the paper too.
That was?
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't know if maybe we shouldn't advertise it on Craigslist.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not real familiar with Craigslist myself, but I think it might draw interest from outside of the area.
Certainly.
A lot of people don't read the newspapers anymore.
I can put it on Craigslist if you give me, I know how to do that.
Or Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're in agreement on that, Mike.
Okay. We will get on that. Just wanted. We talked a couple years ago about making sure we don't keep our trucks too long. I wanted to remind you that our Freightliner's warranty ran out in August. The truck itself's been great. We are having a few more body issues. It had to get welded up over to Danny Gay's this past week. And I'd like to think it'll make it another like 2 more years, not another whole winter and then be replaced for the 2 winters from now. And I didn't know with the long lead time on getting a truck when you think I should start like, looking in. I think it's still a little early, but
Which truck is that?
with 2014 Freightliner.
Jerry's saying, let's use it. We just bought a roadside mower. So you're saying, let's use it this winter and have a discussion in the spring.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even looking to replace it this year. It's just the whole the time to get a truck seems to take longer and longer. That's all. The only reason I was mentioning that.
Right.
I think we're good for this winter and next. I like the whole.
Yep.
I've done an inventory of road signs. I got a really long list. I do have some questions on some of the roads, like the Wright Road, the Clark Mountain Road, the Bonin Road. They've never had stop signs or yield signs. Do I have the authority to put something there?
Yes, you do.
Okay. They all need them.
On that note, Mike, Henry Bergeron hit me up about a dead end sign. He seems to have a lot of traffic going up there and turning around.
Yep, that's no problem. I got it on the list.
Okay.
Several others that are dead end. Should I get dead ends on all of them?
I don't think it would hurt. What do you guys? I agree. I don't think it would hurt.
We're in agreement.
What about, say, like the Clark Mountain Road or the Bonin Road that technically have class 4 roads leading out of them?
No, that's not a dead end then.
Okay. That's my opinion too. I was just asking yours.
Yep.
And
They're still town roads.
we had a school bus had a little trouble turning around down the Jim Coors down on the end of the Buzzell Road. I do believe we fixed it with a couple 3 loads. The crusher is still trying to crush for us, but they continually break down and can't get parts, so they are still plugging away. We finally got our stakes all up. Had trouble getting stakes, but we're done with that now. And that was all I had.
Okay.
You got it.
Any questions for Mike?
I've got one question, if I may ask.
Certainly.
Let's go back to the water. When are you going to use those meters? When are we going to set the rates for the meters? I see you had something rate structure, but you didn't discuss it. So when are we going to have the meters?
We did briefly. Jason Booth from Aldrich and Elliott was on the phone. And they had nothing to present to us for this meeting. But in the January meeting, they will be coming forth with different scenarios for us to look at.
Okay, that's it. That's the only question I've got.
Okay.
I have a question on that. We're going to need paperwork. I'd like to see paperwork on those projections or whatever they have.
Yeah.
As soon as they're available.
In January.
All right. I want to publish them on the website so everyone can see it, all the water users, and I'd like it in advance of that meeting if you could. I mean, they must have it prepared at least a week or two before the meeting. If you could get it for me, I'd appreciate that. And I could inform the people of it and post it so everyone could look at it and know what's going on before they get to the meeting.
All right. So on the road commissioner's report, we also have wages for the road worker and the road commissioner. We're going to discuss that in executive session at the end of the meeting. So we'll move on from there. It has also come to the select board a letter from a resident referencing last meeting that we had open meeting violation meeting, and we have that letter before us. And I'd like the town clerk to enter that into the official minutes of this meeting. And for the people that are here have seen it. I think I'll have one of the guys read it here. so that it will be in the recording too. So, right, you want to come up here?
Okay.
Okay.
Letter
This letter is from Bob Best.
It said, "Dear sir,
Dear
it has
sir,
come
it
to
has
my
come to my
attention that
attention
several
that
allegations of impropriety at town meetings have been alleged against me, and I wish to address these issues immediately. Barry Fagan has alleged that I have conspired with Steve Barrett previous to meetings in an attempt to compromise his ability to address as many issues with the town. He is also accused me of making disparaging remarks during his continuous ranting at meetings. Another of his disillusional claims against me is that I have concluded with Steve Barrett because I am his neighbor. These statements are false. His irrational and petty comments about my past and current activities are totally without merit. If he has issues with other town residents who attend meetings where he is speaking, he should address those with them. Discussions at town meetings are just that, discussions. All attendees have the right to speak and also have the right to disagree with those speaking. Because I or others at the meeting do not agree with Barry does not mean that there is a conspiracy against him.
It's laughing.
He continually tries to monopolize meetings and then complains when he is unsuccessful. The select board is generous to a fault with the time allowed him, and still he complains he doesn't get enough attention. A town meeting is a town meeting where all residents have equal status. It is not a platform for one individual has the right to defame town employees, other residents, and the procedural format of a meeting to satisfy his selfish needs. I will not tolerate his baseless accusations, nor sit idle while he adds me to his to-do list of things to complain about. Sincerely, Bob Best.
Can I respond? It was about me. Can I respond to that?
Yes. You have a minute.
Yeah, I disagree on my selfish needs. I study hard. I know the open meeting laws. I've studied them for 5 years. I have a lot to say. He has nothing to say except humiliation, but I don't care because I'm not bringing any action against him. I don't care what he says, but I have a lot of important things to say. The open meeting laws are important. I've studied them for 5 years with the 2 lawyers over there. I come up with content that means something on every meeting. I am not hogging it. I am just exercising my right to be involved in this meeting. He brings nothing up to the table, nothing of any substance. But I don't care. I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking any action against him. I could have for the threat, but I didn't. I don't care. You're right. It's an open meeting. But I have something to say. I know the selectmen don't like me because I'm too transparent. I ask a lot of questions, and a lot of people appreciate it. I have an LAC meeting, and it's got quite a few members now, and they appreciate the content that I bring to them every month that the select board doesn't. They don't have time, maybe. But I'm doing an important thing. I am working and putting hours in. He does literally nothing except...
We need to move on.
Yeah, move on. I don't care.
Okay. Thank you very much. Next item up is sign orders, review, and bank statements, and journal entries. We've been doing this while we've gone along. I know I've done signed the Powers and Cemetery, Emery Cemetery. Well, so with that, Okay, is there any unfinished or new business to come before the board?
I don't have anything.
Yeah, how was that? You like my?
The only thing that I had was, and I've already talked to Denise about it, is, what to do at town meeting. I read in the paper that the town of Derby, their select board had a brief discussion about how they were gonna handle town meeting, and I didn't know if we should start that discussion. Denise had told me that she has been in contact with the Secretary of State's office, and they have yet to rule or advise town clerks in the state on what to do. Is that correct, Denise?
Yes, they said ideally if we could hold off a couple weeks, legislature's discussing it heavily.
Okay. So if there's no other business before, then I'm going to entertain that we go into executive session to discuss wages for road workers and the road commissioner. And I will need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to go into executive session for the road worker's salary and road commissioner's salary. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are in executive session. Thank you. I am going to stop this video and stop this video. And you guys, if you can hear me still, if you can, you're all in the waiting room. When we get back, we will make a motion, and when we come out of executive session.
Leave it.